All right, guys, welcome back. Happy Halloween 2025. It is cold, it's raining, and I just got back from Loisel Sport. They have their open house spin the wheel sale going on, as they do every year at this time of year. I got a list of parts and I got to fix my sled. So I'm gonna have a fun little video of me fixing that ski, and just for fun. So last year I was out on the trail, and I guess my carbide on this ski completely disappeared, and I don't know how. They are huge on this. They are the adjustable TS skis, but somehow the carbide disappeared, and it ended up wearing out the entire bottom of that. You can see it is gone. It is supposed to look like this. Well, that whole bump out is disappeared, and this whole piece here. So it's just flat like this all the way across, which made a hole coming up through here, and it was throwing snow in my face straight up from this into me. Yeah, you can see the hole right here. It was acting like a snow plow and throwing snow. So I got new parts that go in here, through there. Got a new ski. I gotta take the handle off of there, and I got a couple other little fun spots. So yeah, let's open some boxes and see what we got. All right, so first and foremost, you already saw the ski. That's for the left side. Fun box, do not cut open. I am cutting it open, but I'm also only using the tip. So just the tip. It's only going through the tape. Now this is not one of the parts that are necessary for fixing. This is just extra storage for the sled that I wanted. This is a nice little behind the seat box. Right on, I'll show you that in a second. Oops. Oh, I need that. Parts list with the price. Always real fun to see the price. So this is a little peg that will go into the adjustable, whatever that is. I don't even know what this is. I have no idea what that's for. I think I got somebody else's stuff. No English. Where's the English? There. Huh. All right. Let's figure out what this is for. All right, I'm gonna put that aside because I have no idea what that is. This is the ice scratchers. Very handy, especially near the end of the season. This will mount to my, maybe that's what this is for. Mount to the tunnel, and as I am traveling, when the weather gets nicer and the snow isn't being thrown up into the tunnel so much, this will throw that up there for me and help with cooling the sled down. I could see maybe this is a part for that. I have no idea yet. Now this is the big carbides that I was saying. I don't know how they disappeared because these are huge. I had them on there and I went through old photos. I know they were on there. And then all of a sudden, this thing was gone. I don't know where it went. I don't know how it went, but all of a sudden this was gone. So this is the carbide. It goes under the ski, and with the TS ski, you can actually, by twisting, let me see, twisting that guy right there will lower it or raise it so you can drive on ice or snow easier depending on your situation. So that comes as a set. Unfortunately, I needed one, and it's good to switch both out, I guess, but it is what it is. And then the other bit of good thing to have is roller skis. Mounts to the ski itself, drop a wheel down so I can actually drive on the pavement and not wreck my carbides, which I believe probably wore it out. And then once the carbide disappeared somehow, it wore the rest of the ski out. You can see a little better now. I took that piece of paper off, but this here, that's a good inch, and that was gone. It was flat right to this, and most of this was a hole. So yeah, there's my products. I am going to start mounting, have some fun. First thing and easiest thing I'm gonna do is this bag. Mounts into this cleat, this link system cleat like this, and it'll just mount behind the seat like that there. So take out these two bolts. Too small. The battery is under here. This mounts this way, I believe, facing the front. That is the only way it'll mount, with this sticking out there. Then the seat holds the front end, and this here has a knob inside to turn. And lock that in. All right, there we go. Got it in. This knob in the back here, that really fought me for a bit, but I got it in. That is secure there now. And now I can put things in here. Waterproof. Extend that out a bit. I plan to put a tow rope in case I need that for anything. And then I can close it. And lock it closed. There, get rid of the tag and we're good. All done. There we go, little seat extension, glove box. Originally wanted to get that to put any food when we're on the trails and I come home with leftovers, but this one here has more than enough room for a takeaway box, and it's heated. So I'll use that. Use this for emergency kit. Should be good. Next, I'm gonna lift up the sled and take off this whole ski and the TS, the whole adjustable system, and take that apart and repair it, put all the pieces on, and then I'll get to the accessories on that side and the tunnel. All right, crane lift might have been a little overkill, but as you see, that was quick and easy, and it's fun. If I have it, might as well use it. So now, first thing I'm gonna do is remove this ski. We'll bring that up to the table. To do that, you're gonna need a 15mm socket on the inside and a 16mm socket on the outside. All right. Goddamn. All right, so got to keep one of these for the roller skis. So we'll put all these aside and get right into that. First of all, show you the damage to the original one here so that you can see where the carbide used to come through, and there is no more riser that used to go right up the middle here. You can almost see right where it was. And then on the outside, this here used to have a lip all the way down this as well. Pretty gross, I know. All right, so now to remove this adjustable system from this A-arm or whatever this is, spindle, we just pop this out. It is a little rusty. There we go. Don't lose it. We need that. That now just pops down like that. Simple and easy. I'm going to give this a shot of lubricant so that won't rust anymore. So this was a major part that I needed for this rebuild, as driving on the pavement without the skis over time wore the, somehow, like I said, the skeg, if you want, or the carbide disappeared, and it ended up riding through the whole ski as you saw, and then into my TS adjustable system. This is supposed to be like this. So I am missing quite a bit of that end there. If you look at the size, roughly line that up, that's about how far that ran through. So I've got to replace this with this new piece, and I have no idea how yet. I think we're going to do undo this bolt here, see if that pops off, and another screw underneath, and this slides up, because this does not unscrew. So we'll figure that out together. All right, so I ended up putting this in my vise and twisting this with a big wrench. Got the bolt out of the front here. That comes off. And now I can remove part of it anyways. All right, so this is really soft metal. It did warp it a little bit with the couple of hammer tabs I gave it. So I put the bolt back in, threw this in my vise, and was able to, with a hammer against this and my Allen key, which I actually broke. Not really thinking about the plastic, but anyways, this was a good size to get it through here. So I was able to hammer that out of the spindle, I guess. So there's another part out now. I have to unscrew this from this, and that turns. So that's going to be a pain in the ass, I think. Maybe not. If that just comes out like that, I'm gonna, oh shit. Oh, we're in business, look at that. All right, so I'll keep the snap ring onto the new piece, and then this will, it is a reverse thread, screws into here. And before I throw this back into the spindle, I am going to give it a light sanding. We're all back together. This is the front, arrow forward, I say, and this is going to the back. So that's in. Next, I'm going to put this adjuster back on, and then screw this back in. Now this was very hard to get out. Hopefully it won't be really hard to get back in. As far as it was extremely in tight. So might have to go back to the vise and tighten that right up. All right, so I struggled quite a bit with that. Now to get this back in place, don't know if there's an actual way that it's supposed to go, other than it looks like there's one side, the divot is slightly bigger than the other. So I'll put it in like that and throw this all back together and see if it'll work. No idea. All right, I'm back. It's another new day. It was dark out when I went, but my phone died and my batteries died. They're charging up over there. So anyways, we're back and this is back together now. We are gonna put it onto the sled and put this all together in this, run through that step by step. So side note, with the passenger side or the right side of the sled, this is why we change these out now and then. Find that, don't lose this slug. So clean that up a little bit, but you see running on road with salt, you know, it gets a little rusty. We're gonna clean that rust up, but there's my carbide, there's what's left of it in the front piece. All this is gone, broken off, and worn out. So every few years, I guess, take a look. It's unfortunate, these things are $210 Canadian. So yeah, it's a part of our hobby. This is what we have to deal with, expensive parts that we have to change out every now and then. So this is going to be replaced with a new one, just like the other side. And for more context, you can see the old one and the new one. So even the back carbide runner, of course, break it all before I put it in. You can see how worn that is, it's flat. Where the new one is sharp, pointy, built in real nice. There you go. So huge difference. This is all missing here. This is flattened out in the other one. But yeah, now you can see the difference, why we change these out every now and then. Now that the carbide's adjustable piece here is fixed, I will start working on swapping these handles and everything over to these. I'll start putting these two new skis on the sled. So I had actually started doing it before, and I had the wheels installed on the left-hand ski and found out that it was in fact the right-hand ski. So the Wazell Sports made it right. They gave me a brand new one when I went to go and buy the other one, because the other one wasn't in great shape either. So you can see the left ski, it is gone, worn down like I showed before. The right-hand ski, it was getting pretty thin. It's actually warping there, and you know, it's not the nicest either. Running the roads takes its toll. So now I've got these wheels. I'm about to install the wheels, and I'll go through step by step how and get everything back up and running on the sled. And yeah, let's go. So I had originally ordered the left-hand ski and was given the right hand. You can always tell which one is which because of this bump out here that goes on the outside. I had it on the inside, meaning it was the right-hand ski. Now I have both, and I'm gonna make sure that it goes on the proper side. It is on the left, the other one's gonna go on the right, and I'm gonna start with it now. You see the huge difference in that bump out from before to now, just completely flat and gone. I was going to switch these handles over from my old skis to the new skis, but in taking off these, you need to drill out or cut off these rivets here. And I kind of messed that up on the other one. It started to travel, and the drill bit. So I messed that up. So I went out and bought new ones. And because I've got a red and black motif going on my sled, I opted for red ones, something just a little different. I think that's gonna look great. I've been wanting the red ones for a little bit now. So now I have new rivets. There are two sizes to them. The longer ones go in the back. The shorter ones go in the front. I'm gonna show you the difference here. It looks like it's about a 1/2 inch almost longer. So those will go here. And we need a vise and squeeze them in. So that I will do off camera as my vise is mounted to my bench over there. I gotta fix that up and then I'll get right back to this. Back from the vise, the red handle or hoop is on. Now, the ski's ready to go onto the sled. The sled is prepped. Before we start actually putting these roller skis on, the ski itself has these little metal washers that go through. We need to knock that out. And I have a bolt here somewhere. Don't know where. Stand by. Aha. So this bolt is bigger than the washer hole, but smaller than the skis hole. And then from there, give it a good love tap. And that skis washer will just pop right out. There you go. So there's the slug washer, whatever that is. That holds the old axle through the spindle. We don't need that as this is gonna take its place. And now to the skis. Now to the sled. All right, ready to start putting the roller ski in. And in doing so, we need these bushings. So one of the original ones on the inside of the ski, and the kit comes with these bigger bushings that go on the outside of the ski, and the larger bump goes to the back. They fit just in like that. And then we can put the carbide into the axle or the, I guess the TS adjuster, and put this little slug through. That will hold it in place. Then we will drop this new skeg or carbide into place. We will tap it into place with a rubber mallet until it seats itself. Okay. And we will fight with it a little bit. And then put it back up onto the sled here. And then I'm going to drop the sled down so the weight of it will push it into place. We're going to put the roller ski on the side and start putting this through the spindle. And there is a brass washer that goes with it. That goes here, but on the inside of the ski. So we're gonna put this through and match it up with the washer on the other side. And keep dropping this until it seats itself. It does not want to go in, so we will mess around with it until I can get it seated. It is a pain, but we need to bring this down into there further. Being a pain, I'm gonna get the original bolt and pass it through, kind of like a spacer. Bring it in a little. And we're just gonna tap it home. Until it seats itself where we want it. Good and tight. And then this guy, we need to adjust the ski's height on the outside. I found it easier to just do it like this. And we play with it until it goes in. I believe need a battery. We can do it like this. There we go. All right. So now that that is in, we're not going to tighten that down yet. We will get this little spacer, the nut and the bolt that go on the back. I'll bring you around here to see. This spacer now goes behind this. We're going to line that up with the bolt, go through the hole that we already drilled, and take the nut, put that on the other side. And drop it a few times. And this is when she asks how you get so good with your fingers. You can tell her mechanic work. You will hold that down with a 12mm wrench and tighten it with an 11 on the outside. Be a lot faster with my impact, but this is fine. Tighten it up real nice and hard. We don't want this coming out. Okay, now back to here. I'm going to back this bolt out. And we're going to throw some red Loctite on the threads. Don't need a lot. And throw this back into its place. Tighten that down. We are done one ski. All right. I'm now going to fight with the right-hand ski, putting the hoop on, putting the carbides in. I didn't have to repair that axle or spindle. So I am not going to subject you guys to watching me struggle with that. It is the same as what I just finished, but the opposite side. And there it is. That side is done. We're back. It's another new day, one of many. We have been doing this for a little while now, a little bit here, a little bit there after work. I have started changing winter tires over for people. So I've put the sled away for just now. It will be coming back out, and I will be doing another video on the ice scratchers. And if you remember in the beginning of the video, I was wondering what this was. Thought it might be in order for somebody else. It goes with the ice scratchers, and I have adjustable skis. Not skis, but, oh, hey, good girl. You having a good time wandering around the shop? So I have adjustable shocks on the back of my skid, and they go, those parts that I didn't know, when I mount my ice scratchers to a bolt back here, will replace this panel here, and I guess it hides hoses, protects some hoses for this. I have it on both sides. So there's a bunch of measuring and figuring out to do for me to see how I can get this off. And I figured I'll do that in a separate video. More videos coming. In 2 more days, I get the rear end, Dana 60, and the rear brakes for my Charger. So more videos are coming for her. Another video coming for this one. You've seen my lawn tractor converted over to snowblower, so I am ready for the winter. Tomorrow is supposed to start snowing, and I think we're getting out of the next 7 days, we're getting 5 or 6 days of snow. So it shouldn't be sticking around yet, but it is, you know, we're a full week past the beginning of November. So, I mean, it's going to start happening soon. I'm ready. Can't wait. Get the sled out on the trails. I got my pass. And with that, actually, there's my pass. I'm going to throw that on there, and I will be legal to get out on the trails. So anyways, like I said, that's the end of this video. I hope you all liked that, found it informative. Maybe how to change your TS system, the internals, put on some roller skis and some other accessories. Had some fun. And, you know, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, follow along for more, because there is a lot more coming. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.